Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is an autism video. I actually enjoy these quite often. It gives me a chance to actually get to think and get to know my kids better and just think about how Dustin and I are interacting with PJ and Jackson, how we are helping them, and kind of just analyze maybe what we need to adjust and what we can do better. So I just made a short list of 3 strategies that we use to help PJ and Jackson cope in certain situations. So if you are interested in learning these 3 strategies, stick around. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize for the fan going, and I think the air conditioner is going to start because even though, there it is October here in the South, it is still in the 90s, and upstairs in this room, it is 89 degrees. And so if you see any jump cuts or anything, I might just shut it off. That way it's not so loud. So let's go ahead and get started. We are doing 3 strategies that Dustin and I use with PJ and Jackson that I think could be helpful for other families dealing with children with autism. So the first one is going to be the stop, breathe, and think method. And believe it or not, Dustin and I did not come up with this strategy. We actually learned it from PJ and Jackson, and they learned it from a cartoon. I'm not exactly sure which one, but I think it is Blue's Clues. And so it could be Daniel Tiger. I'm not entirely sure. I just could be completely wrong, but it was learned from a cartoon, which was super awesome, and it works. And so if we noticed that PJ or Jackson, they are misbehaving, they're not listening, anxiety is getting up, anger is starting to build, frustration, what we do is we will get the children, whichever one it is, and we will get down to their level face to face, and we will stop doing what we're doing. We're going to take a deep breath, and we're going to think about what we're doing, if it's good or bad, and what we need to do. And this one really works a lot. It has prevented a lot of groundings and punishments, and it helps them to rethink their actions on what they're doing. Obviously, they're doing something that we don't want them to do, and they obviously they want to be their own bosses. They think they're adults and they can do whatever they want. Don't all kids. And so, yeah. And PJ is actually quite funny. If she's just like not having it, she wants to do what she wants to do, we will take away something like the remote control for her TV, and we'll take it away, and she will instantly stop, breathe, think, and then she will just like get herself back in check. And so yes, that is one strategy that I do highly recommend to try out, because it really does help. All right, so number 2 is a strategy that we use for helping with timing. A lot of times, not even just kids with autism, this could work probably with any child. It is when they want to do something at that time, but it's not time to do that. So we use the sequence method on that. It's kind of the same thing as first, next, last, but this is easier for them to understand because they do know their numbers. They understand counting and sequences and stuff like that. So we will do, okay, well, they want dessert now. Well, you can't have dessert now. Number 1, we got to do our homework. Number 2, we have to have dinner. Number 3, you're going to have a bath. And then number 4, you can have dessert. Or, whatever. I don't know. I usually give them dessert before baths because they get sticky and dirty. But either way, you know, they understand the number sequence, and they know that they can't get to the next number until we finish the one before. So we can't get to number 2 until we do number 1. And so that actually really helps a lot. And they will often come up with their own sequence of events that they want to happen. If they want to go to the grocery store, then, you know, number 1, brush your teeth. Number 2, put on your clothes. 3, put on your shoes. 4, go to the grocery store. And they will come up with their own sequences and the way that they ask for certain things. So that really helps out a lot. And if your child does not understand first, next, last, you know, in a while, our kids are still, they struggle with that. In a while or later, they don't understand those concepts. So we have to give them a number sequence. So yeah, that is a great one. And the third strategy that we use is pep talks. When we go in public, in the past, it has been quite dicey. Stuff can go awry. We have not had any kind of major incidences in quite a while. The hemp oil that they're using really helps with that. We haven't had any public meltdowns or anything. But still, every time we go somewhere, like say we go to Walmart, before we get out of the car, we have a pep talk. And they basically have this pep talk memorized, and they will start the pep talk before we even get out of the car. And so they automatically know, okay, we're gonna listen to mommy, we're gonna listen to daddy, no screaming, no crying, no fighting, no pinching, no biting. And we have like this entire list of things, but although they probably, you know, they do have it memorized, but these are still things that is important for them to remember and to understand that these things are not okay. That we need to remember the proper behavior when we're out in public, and fighting is not okay, and the crying, it's like, I understand stuff happens, you know. If somebody got hurt, of course you're gonna cry. We're not gonna get in trouble for that, but you know, just the, you know, crying for the toy or something like, and usually when we go somewhere, they are allowed something, and they know you can have one thing. It's usually, you know, a candy or, you know, something silly like that. Or like if we go to the Dollar Tree, they are usually allowed to get, you know. Okay, that cut out on me because the presidential alert system that's going on just like happened on my phone and just stopped everything. So let's, I'm not even entirely sure where I was going with that. But let's see, what was I saying? So yes, they understand that they are allotted, you know, 1 or 2 items when we go places that they're gonna have to make a choice on what they want. And so no crying or fighting, no screaming, no yelling, no pinching, no biting, all that stuff, because I mean, that was me as a kid. I was a pincher and a biter, I think. Sorry. Yeah, so just having those talks with them and those constant reminders, you know, when we are out, that we need to watch our behavior and be good kids. And at the end of our pep talk, we say no bad boy and no bad girl. And that's how we end, and we get out and we do what we got to do. So we find that these things that we do, these little strategies, are just super helpful. It's always nice to have a plan and to have those reminders and things set up to help us be successful with our children and help them to understand and be comfortable, and just yeah, just being able to help them. And it helps you in the long run as well. So that's it for the 3 strategies that we use mostly with PJ and Jackson, and they can be beneficial to anybody, not just kids with autism. So if you have found this helpful, you know it's somebody that can find this information helpful, please share the video, give me thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. I would be super grateful for that. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys have any more suggestions on things you want to know about autism or any other videos that you want to see, leave them in the comments below. And I hope you have a fantastic day, and we will see you next time. Bye.